Okay, the last skill that I have posted I wanted to go over on Deltamath for today is area and arc length in degrees. So let's talk about area of a sector and arc length. We'll start with the area. In this problem, they're going to give you an angle measure and a radius, most likely. And we want to know what the area round to the nearest hundredth is. So we have to remember what that formula is. The area of a sector is equal to the area of a circle, which is pi r squared, times the degree measure of the central angle divided by 360 degrees. Pi r squared times degree over 360. So if I'm given in this problem angle ABC, that's the central angle, that's the degree, 36 degrees. That's your angle symbol, so that's how you know. And you're given AB, which is the radius, since that's from the center of the circle to the edge. So your radius is 4, and your degree is going to be 36. And we want to plug those two numbers into pi r squared times degree over 360. So let's do that. Your r is going to be 4. We're going to plug that in there. Your degree is 36. We're going to plug that there. You can put parentheses around it if you'd like. And since this says round to the nearest hundredth, we're going to have to put all that in the calculator and round it. So let's bring up Desmos here. And let's see what we got. Too many tabs. Okay, so let's see. Pi, parentheses 4, close parentheses, shift 6, 2, right arrow, times shift 8. 36 divided by 360. So you can do all that right in one operation. And it says 5.0265482. Now if I'm rounding that to the nearest, I forget what it asks for, nearest hundredth. Okay, so we're gonna have to be careful how we round it. 5.0265. Let me just go out a bunch of decimal places. Now, part of the problem that we have with rounding is we have to know what a hundredth is. Hundredth is here, right? But you don't want to put 5.02 because it's going to count this one wrong. And that is because this number after the 2 is 5 or higher. So since that's higher than 5, we want to make that 3. So that answer should be 5.03. If that were 5.0245, you would leave it as 5.02. So that's your area, 5.03 units squared. Very nice. And it gives you the area. Now, you know, it does it backwards. It does the angle over 360 times pi r squared, but it's the same thing. Let's do a new problem. Okay, in this problem, it gives you the angle RST, which is the central angle of 78, and RS is 20, that's your radius, and find that angle. So find the area. So the only difference is the two numbers we're plugging into that formula. So it would be pi times 20 squared times 78 over 360. All right, I'm going to throw that into Desmos and see what we got. 20 and 78. $20, 78, and that's a little bit bigger. 272.27, 1363311. And rounding that to the nearest hundredth, I think that's what it's asking for, is going to require you to go here. And since the 7 is followed by a 1, we can leave it as a 7. So since the 7 is followed by a 1, we're going to leave that as 272.27. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's go to arc length. Let's do a couple of those. Arc length follows a similar formula. L equals 2 pi r. 2 pi r stands for the circumference. 2 pi r times the degree over 360. So we're going to be given the radius and the degree again, but we're going to use this formula. And it says round to the nearest hundredth one more time. So let's just go right from there. Your radius is 16 units, and your central angle is 82. So 2 pi times 16 times 82 over 360. And we're going to throw that into Desmos or whatever calculator gets you that answer, and we'll see what we get. And I'm looking at 22.8987. And if I'm rounding that to the nearest hundredth, excuse me. So this one is going to require a couple movements, right? Because this is 89, that is followed by an 8, so we want to bump that up, but that 9 is going to bump up to 0. So that's going to bump this 8 up to 9. So think about 89.87, that's going to round to 90. So this should be 22.90 as your final answer. 22.90, and you can write that as 22.9 if you prefer. You don't need the 0 after the 90. But yeah, that's this skill. Let's do one more of those. See, 74 is your angle, 5 is your radius. So 2 pi times 5 times 74 over 360. I'm just going to change the 5 and the 74 in the calculator. Keep doing that. 5, 74, 6.4577. If I'm focusing on the nearest hundredth, and I see that that 4.5 is followed by a 7, I do want to bump that 5 up to a 6, so 6.46. Well, it's having some technical difficulties here, but no matter. We got the idea. 6.46 would be the answer to that, and that will conclude this skill. So thanks for watching.